At this point, just kind of seeing what comes out of it and being interested to see then how we can then incorporate that into our work at the sanctuary.
To have fun, to learn, to engage with people, and to kick all kinds of interesting ideas around.
Visioning exercises can be exciting for participants when they feel free to remove barriers and are encouraged to be creative. Participants worked in groups and moved from the opportunity statement defined at the previously held design charrette directly into strategic visioning to bring their prototype to life. They illustrated the vision, made it tangible, and used pictures instead of words to engage intuitive knowing. These kinds of activities support team collaboration and enhance traditional business practices, thereby creating the conditions for innovation.
We'd like you to kind of take about 30 seconds to close your eyes and just kind of imagine what that vision would be.
Different people hear about it, go to the event, and then maybe they are like, oh, that was really cool, I'll go to the next event.
Internally, whether it's Old Town or the Spanish Moss or whatever, and the thoughts that, when you think of Savannah, you really think of the ocean and water, and how do we leverage then that culture or that changing culture of water.
Avenues, people also, all different walks of life, maybe scientists, engineers, etc. But again, communicating, sharing our ideas, respecting others.
Next, participants expanded their thinking beyond the traditional boundaries in organizational cultures and communities. They exchanged ideas, collaborated, and cross-pollinated, and eventually prioritized their steps. The important issues kept bubbling to the surface repeatedly, pointing to the respective hierarchy within the organization.
How the pieces came together and how four people heard the same instructions and went about it completely differently. And I love that.
Of strong factors, respect, respecting others as what they contribute, but also respecting our environment.
Loyalty. Yeah, I was thinking devotion.
Biomimicry informed this collaborative visioning and design process throughout the day. Playing different roles, signified by party hats, allowed participants to engage in a dynamic social hierarchy whereby both passive and dominant voices could be heard. Needless to say, fun and creativity informed our process throughout the day.
Talk about focus, and that's really important to me personally, so I think we need to have a little sticky that says focus, please. Yes.
We have to do something like increase communication. If we're taking a step to do something.
Next, participants created a timeline transforming the tasks they defined on the previous map into a chronological kinesthetic format. This visualization allowed them to see all of the players in the system and the resources needed for a successful execution toward the realization of their vision. In particular, they discussed their relationship with the Savannah community. The physical manifestation of this conversation made the larger ecosystem visible to the participants, so that they could recognize outside factors and how these would impact their vision. Through this activity, participants successfully further defined and mapped their steps into an actionable timeline.
What are our partners doing, or where are their approaches to anything we're doing, or science or whatever, that we can replicate because it's a good model to use.
So unlike some of the other centers in the system where the impacts are hard and heavy and constant, actually Grace Reef is, we don't have those kind of direct and really intense events.
Of course, are first of all identifying those potential partners. That's where we said, okay, we need to research, do background to see where those partners might interface with us more mutually.
We want to look forward to our true north to understand what the success of these things look like.
So make a picture of that success. We don't know how we're going to get there. The how is the gap that we're going to need to fill. But we want to know what the end outcome is out of that step.
And I hope when you come back to Savannah, if you leave after your studies, in 5 years from now, you'll be like, holy crap, everybody's wearing Grace Reef shirts.
Right?